Thank you everyone for coming back again for week number 4. Congratulations to you all for with us with this program. I've been seeing a lot of great positive feedback that people are already seeing results, so congratulations to you. We have a coworker that is going to be joining us into our program. I'd like to introduce her. Her name is Miss Corina, and I don't think there she is, yes. And she's going to be presenting to you Step Up to Breakfast and Menu Planning. But in the meantime, Miss Corina, if you want to just give an info who you are and what you do, and welcome. Thank you for joining our program, and I look forward to working together.
Alrighty, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Corina Garcia, and I am the Assistant Extension Agent for Family and Community Health with Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service in Webb County. So I work with Angie. She is actually my mentor. So I'm in a training position within AgriLife where they train me, they expose me to all the different programs, and then they let me loose on my own. So thank you to Joanne, thank you to Angie for letting me uh, present with y'all throughout the series, and I look forward to getting to know everybody later on. So also, I've been kind of just hanging out in the background, just watching for the past couple weeks. So I'm really, really excited to be with y'all today. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen.
Thank you. And then I will be monitoring the chat box. So I would either answer the chat box or also I will verbally say it out loud if needed. So please
Okay,
feel free
all right.
to use your chat box. I'll monitor the chat while Ms. Karina presents.
Okay, Joanne, I am unable to share my screen. Are you able to?
Sure. Okay, let me try it out. Share screen, and then we're gonna go here, share. So because I'm going to be sharing my screen, I'm not going to be able to see the chat box, but I'll answer those questions at the end. Whoopsies. But here we go.
Okay, all right. So our lesson for today is step up to breakfast and menu planning. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but every time I try to meal plan, it just I don't think that far ahead, and so I'm going to be learning with y'all in this, and I'm going to be integrating this into my life also as well. If we want to go ahead and move to our objective slide, awesome, thank you. So our objectives for today are to plan a week's worth of meals to include breakfast, lunch, and dinner, okay? We want to make sure that we're eating those big meals a day. That way we're not, fasting or starving ourselves throughout the day to eat a big dinner, or, oh, I'm not going to eat breakfast so that I can have a big lunch, things like that. We're also going to discuss the benefits of eating breakfast, okay? I had a bad habit a couple months ago of just skipping breakfast entirely and just waiting until a late lunch or a dinner to eat. And so I'm integrating this in my life as well. And we're also going to be reading a nutrition label and making healthy choices based on the information given. Okay. All right, y'all, let's celebrate. Okay. So, who would like to share a success story that they have experienced so far in the program? And remember that nothing is too big or too small to share because an accomplishment is an accomplishment.
I've lost 3 pounds.
3 pounds. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes. Keep it up. Keep it up. Anyone else? Would they like to share anything? Maybe you tried a new food lately. Let's see. Someone else lost 2 pounds. I see in the chat. Woohoo! We are so proud of y'all. Anyone else? Feel free to put it in the chat or unmute yourselves. Let's see.
Miss McGinnis lost 3 pounds. Congratulations.
Woo, 3 pounds. Yes. All right, y'all. If you are still thinking of an accomplishment to share, you can go ahead and put it in the chat. I will be looking out for those. Oh, I see some popping up. You've been more on top of daily exercise. Absolutely, absolutely love that. Love that. Making better food choices, good. We want to make sure that our foods are of quality, right? We want to make sure that, just because things are the same calories, that they bring more nutritional value to our bodies. That way we can be super strong, super healthy, and we can live a longer life, right? Eating better, feeling better, serving portions, yes, being full after our meals and not being hungry all day. Yes, yes, yes. The way y'all should be eating, you shouldn't really be feeling hungry like all throughout the day or waiting to get your next meal, right? You can have your breakfast, you can have a light snack, and then your lunch, and then a light snack, and then dinner, right? So we don't, just because we're trying to be healthier does not mean that we are starving ourselves. It does not mean that we are depriving ourselves of things that our tummy wants, right? Anybody else? Making better food choices, adding vegetables to your meals. Good, good, good. Breakfast is supposed to be a taquito or two, but we can't eat like that every day for all of our meals. Yes, that's a good thing that I would like to also point out, that, everything in moderation, y'all. So just because if you're on a diet or you're trying to eat healthier does not mean that we are depriving our bodies of things that we like. So if I want to eat, a breakfast taco in the morning, or if I want to eat a donut, I can go ahead and do that. But I don't want to make a habit of doing that. So every morning, I'm not going to want to be eating a donut, just because it doesn't bring that much nutritional value to my body. In fact, it has a lot of sugar, so that could probably hurt me throughout the day as I'm eating on a regular basis, right?
And keeping track of that food journal as well. So, if you had
Mhm.
that taco, then you already know where how much calories you have, how much sugar you have. So just keep
Yes.
on writing it down, and there's where you can understand. Well, maybe I need to do more physical activity because I had this.
Mhm.
So you can
Absolutely.
always, it's life is a balance. So you can always try to fix it throughout the day.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Joanne. We are good to move on to our next slide.
Question: how true is that your breakfast should be the biggest meal of the day? Well, I wouldn't say necessarily the biggest meal, but I will say that it's the most important meal because that's when your metabolism, it's an engine, it gets going, it starts like, okay, I now have energy, I can start burning some calories, some fat in there. It's also, we talked about the 9-inch plate for the my plate for breakfast. It's more considered to have half of that, so 4.5 plate, and then usually having two food groups. But we'll talk more about that. I saw Miss Karina's slideshow, and she'll talk about how to create that breakfast. I'm usually not hungry in the morning. Even if you just can have two food groups, a fruit and maybe a yogurt, just to get that metabolism going. Just think about a car that has gasoline. You want to start up that motor. So our body is kind of like an engine here. We want to get it going. We want to make sure our metabolism is getting going. We have enough energy. It also makes us think correctly. I'm doing a fruit and some nuts. Whoa, that sounds delicious. Come and share. Thank you.
That's good. And we'll talk about more about the fruit and some nuts later on when I say what all we should be eating for breakfast and how our meal planning should look for breakfast throughout the week.
Oh, sorry. I was waiting for you.
Okay,
Sorry. Let's
we're
wake
okay to
up.
move on.
Okay.
All right, y'all, and I just want to reiterate what we have been talking about in the earlier weeks about our SMART goals. So SMART goals are it's an acronym, so it's SMART, and S is specific, M is measurable, A is achievable, R is relevant, and T is time bound. So these are really, really important to when you want to set a goal for yourself. Because I can just say, oh, I want to lose weight, and then it's just always in the back of my mind, or oh, I want to eat healthier, and it's in the back of my mind. But when we're being specific about our goals, it's easier for us to reach them, right? Think about if you're at work and someone gives you a deadline. They say, or a task, they say, I want you to create a flyer. Okay, well, a flyer about what? I want it to be a flyer about mental health, or I want it to be a flyer about nutrition. Okay, well, when do you want it by? I want it whenever. Well, how's that going to help me, So I want it done by the end of the week. Okay, that's good for me. But if I want it done within 30 minutes, that's not a good time frame for me to produce a good quality flyer for myself, right? And so we want to be as specific as possible. We want to put numbers to things. Okay, so one flyer, 12 flyers, all these flyers. No, I want one flyer, right? And what this can look like in your personal life, especially in my personal life, I used to live with my brother when I was in college. And whenever we would hang out, we would go out to eat all the time. We would rarely cook at home. And we made it a really bad habit for ourselves to be eating out all of the time because I gained so much weight when I was in college. And so I set a goal for myself. Okay, if we eat out every day this week, that's 7 times this week, right? So let's make it so that we are cooking at home 3 times a week. Okay, so this week, so that's my time bound. So this week, I am only eating out. I'm cooking at home, sorry, 3 times this week, and that was reasonable. That was easy for us to do because we would do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or we would do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we would kind of meal plan in that way, and it was achievable. So we were able to do that, and then as we were able to achieve that, we were able to also adjust our goals. So instead of cooking 3 times a week, we moved it up to 4 because that was something we could do. Or sometimes there was a month where we kind of slacked off a little bit and we didn't reach the 3, so we changed it to 2. We will cook at home twice a week. So these goals are completely up to you and what all is going on in your life and in your family's life. And they're not meant to hurt you in any way. So a goal shouldn't ever really bring you down. It should only really lift you up. So that's why it's so important to have an attainable and achievable goal for yourself. Does anyone have any questions about setting goals? No? Alrighty. So we will move on to our next slide, which is let's make a breakfast menu for your family. Okay, so using the meal planner that you see there, I want you to think of some breakfast ideas. So we're only going to do breakfast for right now. What can I make for breakfast for my family for this whole week? So I want to make it on Sunday or I want to make it on Monday, and we're meal planning. So this is going to be in advance. So we're preparing in advance. So what are some things
And
that
you
y'all
can
can think?
find this weekly menu planner in our website. So just in case if you want to use this, you can write down your meal plan and then you can figure out what ingredients you have on that. But you can get in touch with your family and ask them, what do you enjoy? If my favorite one is cereals and fruit, then maybe Monday. And then I have my other sibling, their favorite fruit is, theirs is maybe a taco. They can, Taco Tuesday, and you can get everyone's family input. But I would love to hear a breakfast in there. They said scrambled egg and one piece of toast and beans. Yes,
Yes.
preferably whole grain for your toast. Yes. So you have your protein, which is your bean. You have your grain, and then your egg is also your protein on there.
Good. Anyone else have anything that they could cook for their family for the whole week or prepare? Doesn't Nothing has to be cooked. Okay, fruit with Greek yogurt, yes, that's 2. Cereal with skim milk, those are 2 food groups. Taquitos, yes. Scrambled eggs with toast, yes. English muffin with turkey, egg, and cheese for the kids, yes. I think that they would love that. That sounds really, really delicious.
My
Anybody
my
else?
favorite one is overnight oats. I
Ah,
just
yeah.
make a lot, and then I have enough for the week. Very simple. I don't have to wake up and turn on the stove. It's just, I grab it and go, and I go straight to work, and I have my breakfast with me.
Awesome. Oops,
Right?
we have a question. So, with meal planning, how long is food good for? If I prepare on Sunday, will it still be Good Friday? Typically, yes. Um, Only if your fridge maintains that safe zone of temperatures for foods. I think it is between 0 degrees Fahrenheit and I think 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Is that
Correct.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a safe zone for food. Anything after that, so once you hit like 40, 45, up until like 145, those are not good temperatures for food because a lot of bacteria will grow there. And I like to do the smell test. So I just pop it open and I go give it a little sniff. And if it's still good by then, it's pretty good.
When in doubt, throw it away, definitely. But
Yes.
also freezing items. I would also,
Mhm.
probably by Wednesday, my Wednesday through Friday can put in freezer, then drop it down. That's a good way too.
Mhm.
Great. Well, we're going to move to the next slide just because we have 9 more minutes to continue to finish this presentation.
Oops. Okay. So do y'all have an easy time planning meals for your family, or are y'all struggling with meal planning?
I will admit it's difficult at the beginning because the planning, how committed am I? How is my schedule? Will I be too tired? That's what some of the barriers are for me. I don't know how your barriers are, but I don't know if anyone wants to share that.
Uh,
Now we can go ahead and move on.
for me, it's sometimes with my husband, he's kind of like picky. Oh, I don't like that. I don't want that one. So sometimes I end up preparing two different meals,
Yeah.
one for him and one for me. And I'm sometimes saying like, it's not a lot of work.
Yes, definitely.
But the way I think is, I gotta keep my goal. What is my goal? So if
That's
it's
good.
two
Keep the eye
meals,
on the prize.
yes,
Yes. I see also someone else is struggling with meal planning because of virtual school and everybody's at home at the same time. This
yes,
is a perfect opportunity to bring your kiddos in on your meal planning, right? We want to explain to them how nutrition is good for them and how the reason why we are meal planning in advance is so that we're not tempted to go out and eat later on. Okay, so if I know I have stuff that I need to eat on Wednesday, I'm not going to go eat out on Wednesday because I already paid for that food and it's already in my fridge and I already made it. So it's going to get eaten like somehow, some way. But this is also a good way to empower your kiddos and to have them involved in the planning process. So you ask them, okay, what all do you want to eat for the week? Okay, and then you show them the My Plate. You know, did we reach all of our food groups? And then come to the store, and then I will talk with you about how much things cost and how much money we are saving by eating at home instead of eating out at the store or eating out at the restaurant, right?
Picky eaters. What do we say about picky eaters?
Picky eaters, you know, kiddos, they have to be exposed at least 5 times for them to sometimes even want to try it, right? I used to work with Head Start, so I worked with 3s and 4s, and they were like, Miss Corey, I don't want to eat green beans. But, you know, I said, well, just put it on your plate and you can look at it, but you don't have to eat it. But anytime you want to give it a taste, give yours a taste and I'll taste it with you. But I'm going to eat mine. And so every week we kind of expose them to different foods and the same foods every cycle of weeks. And so by the end of the school year, you know, kiddos that weren't eating green beans at the beginning of the year or bananas or things like that, they were eating a lot of those later on. So just repeated exposure, maybe cooking things different ways to kind of give it a taste, will make things more approachable to kiddos or picky eaters.
And research also states that if they cook with you there, they're preparing the meals, they're more likely to try it because that's their product as well. And as adults, we are the role models. So if we're not consuming that, more than likely they're not going to consume it. Or if even we say, I don't like that, we can probably influence them that they're not going to like that. So be careful with what we say out loud, just as anything. They are listening to us and they want to be like us.
Yes. All right. So we're talking about food as fuel. So eating breakfast helps to break the fast. So when we're sleeping, our body is technically fasting. And so you wake up, you're super hungry in the morning. And so think of your metabolism like a fire in the fireplace. When we go to bed, there's still maybe embers burning in the fireplace, right? And if we don't stoke the fire or poke the fire in the morning or we feed ourselves, what's going to happen to that fire?
There's not going to be
Okay.
a fire.
Yeah, there's not going to be a fire, right? It'll completely go out. And so that's why breakfast is so, so, so important. If we don't give our bodies some type of fuel, it won't perform at the level that we need it to. Okay, so eating breakfast provides morning energy so that you'll feel less tired and hungry throughout the day. I know that if I skip breakfast, I'm super, super hungry by lunch. And then by the time it's lunch, I'm not going to want the healthy salad that I packed or the healthy meal that I packed. I'm going to want to go to Chick-fil-A, right? I'm going to want to go to Subway. I'm going to want to go somewhere else. And so eating breakfast will help you stay on track with your goals, and eating healthy. Did you know? So, according to the National Weight Control Information Network, people who eat breakfast are less likely to overeat later in the day. Why do you think that is?
We have food in our belly already.
Yeah, so we already have our energy. So our body's not starving and we're not messing with the chemicals in our brain, and it allows us to focus. I see it in the chat. It allows us to focus on our task. Absolutely. And that brings us to our next bullet. Children who eat breakfast perform better in school than children who skip breakfast. Okay? because children cannot focus on their studies or their learning if they're focused on their stomach. Okay, so we want to make sure that they have happy, healthy bellies so that they are able to nourish their mind and that they're able to focus, right? So, what should you eat for breakfast? So, breakfast should have at least two foods from at least, should have foods, sorry, from at least two food groups. So, that can be a combination of fruits and vegetables, fruits and grains, grains and protein, grains and dairy. But we want to make sure that one of these groups should be the dairy group, especially for children because they're growing. They need a lot of calcium. Or if you're an older adult, a calcium fortified beverage. Okay, because we want to make sure that we
Prevent any
don't.
osteoporosis or anything like
Yes,
that.
things like that. So calcium is what we're aiming for when we're looking at nutrients and minerals for our breakfast. So that's found in our dairy group. Calcium fortified orange juice is also a good one. All right, next slide. So moving on to lunch and dinner. Lunch and dinner should have foods from at least three different food groups. So what are some examples of meals that have at least three different food groups for lunch and dinner? So I'll give you just a couple seconds to think about it. You can go ahead and unmute yourselves or put it in the chat. And I also have some examples for y'all.
And I just wanted to add regarding breakfast, I thought about, I don't know if you ever heard to fix your bed because that's, you at least accomplish the first thing, one good thing you're starting off. So regarding breakfast, eat a good breakfast, have it healthy, and that way, you're doing good in the beginning, and it can look forward to doing better for throughout the day. It establishes where you're at, I guess. Three food groups. Here's baked chicken, salad, and vegetables. Yes, beef and broccoli with brown rice.
Yes, brown rice. Good, good, good. So I want you to see the pictures I have on the slide there. Which of those, top or bottom, would be a good example for lunch and dinner? Top or bottom? We're looking for at least three food groups in those pictures.
So I see pasta as a grain, I see cheese as a dairy, but then I also see another bread as a grain. I see fruit as a tomato, green as a lettuce and onions. And then below I see a chicken, which is a protein, and carrots. And so that has two.
Mm-hmm. So which would be a complete meal? Top or bottom? Top, right? And
Yes.
so uh, everyone's dishes are going to look different. So if I wanted the bottom one to be a complete meal, I could simply add brown rice, right? Or I could add some garlic bread or things like that. So meals are super easy to put together. Just make sure you have at least three different food groups, okay?
And we have one more minute.
Okay. For our weekly challenge, I want to challenge you all, and I will be participating in this as well. Post your meal plans for the week. I want to know what y'all are cooking. I want to steal some of your recipes, right? Maybe we could learn from each other. And I want you all to make an effort for meal planning because if you haven't meal planned before, it's a good way to challenge yourself, your willpower, your self control, and it's also easier on your wallet. Next challenge is to post your healthy plate that reflects your weekly menu. Okay, so yes, it also saves time. So if for this week you're going to be having, baked chicken, brown rice, and broccoli, send us a pic. Post your pic. If you're having spaghetti, salad, and some toast, post your pic. I want to know what y'all are eating this week. I want to know what y'all are planning also for next week. And so it doesn't have to be a dinner. It can be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Or also, meal planning includes snacks as well. So you can also plan your snacks throughout the week. I know I caught Joanne one time eating some cheese and pretzels. So that was her snack, right, that she had planned for her day or for her week.
Okay, we're already going to go back to the other one, but make sure when you're doing your challenge, you reflect that healthy plate, the my plate. Also continue looking at those labels so we can continue to our progress as well. So everything that we're learning, we're constantly implementing on that. So I look forward for your meal plans, and I'll see you in the other breakout room.
All right, we'll see y'all there.
Su nombre. Hello, everyone. So, lo que vamos a hacer hoy, the workouts that we're going to do today are going to be with balance. Vamos a enfocarnos en nuestro balance. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to stand up, and we're going to, if you want to have a chair nearby, you can do so. This is going to be for support. If you all, need a little bit of support, you can do that. But our first, we're going to have 14 exercises today. Van a ser 14 ejercicios hoy y todos van a ser relacionados con el balance. So, para empezar, we're going to stand straight, feet a little bit apart. We can grab onto our chair if we want, but what we're going to do is we're going to lift up our right foot and we're going to balance on our left. Vamos a levantar nuestro pie derecho y nos vamos a balancear con el izquierdo. And we're going to hold this position and we're going to count. Let's see if we can do 15 seconds. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so the goal here is to make sure that you are as steady as possible. You have to use your core muscles. So de aquí es donde van a sacar sus fuerzas. Vamos a hacer la otra pierna. La vamos a levantar. You can lift it as much as you can, but still feeling comfortable that you won't tip over. Remember that you can have a chair to hold on to if you'd like. If not, hands on your hips. And 1, 2. Ahora voy a contar en español. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Muy bien. Ahora, lo que vamos a hacer, voy a mover la silla un poquito. Ahora, esto también va a ser fácil. This is going to be an easy one. We're going to do walking. Vamos a caminar, but it's going to be a heel to toe walk. So, lo más derechito que podamos caminar, hands on our hips, and we're going to put one foot right in front of the other, and we're going to walk, okay? You have to be looking straight, and we're going to walk 5 steps forward, and then we're going to turn, and we're going to walk back. Remember, as straight as possible, back straight, legs straight, and we're walking. Heel to toe, okay? Heel to toe. Tienen que estar los pies cerquitas, okay? Vamos a hacerlo una vez más. Vamos a poner nuestro pie que van a estar pegaditos. Manos a la cintura, eso nos puede ayudar con nuestro balance. La espalda recta, vamos a estar viendo hacia el frente y vamos a dar 5 pasos para el frente. Nos vamos a voltear y vamos a hacer otros 5 pasos. Esto nos ayuda a tener fuerza en las piernas y coordinación en nuestras piernas, nuestros brazos. Nos puede evitar caernos. This can prevent falls or trips. Super easy, right? Fácil. Esto lo podemos hacer una vez al día, por lo menos en las mañanas, para ayudarnos a mantenernos balanceados, ayudar a ejercitar nuestras piernas. Ok. Ahora, este otro que vamos a hacer. So we're going to stand with our feet apart. Los pies un poco separados. The space in here de nuestros pies debe ser igual a nuestra cadera. No nos vamos a abrir mucho ni muy poquito. Tiene que ser algo donde esté alineado con nuestras caderas, okay? And now we're going to make sure that both of our feet are pressed into the ground firmly. Nos vamos a estar bien parados, and we're going to stand straight, head leveled out, and we're going to transfer our weight from one to the other, okay? And we have to hold it. So, nos vamos a transferir nuestro peso de una pierna a la otra. So, ahorita vamos a empezar con el lado izquierdo, and you're going to lift your leg a little bit, and you're going to hold it. We're going to hold for 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Muy bien. Y hay que asegurarnos de estar lo más firmes posibles. Si nos movemos, nos tambaleamos un poquito, acuérdense que para eso tenemos nuestra silla que nos puede ayudar para no caernos. Pero tenemos que tratar de no movernos. As steady as you all can be. We're going to do the other leg. Nos vamos a transferir nuestro peso. Levantamos nuestra otra pierna, no mucho, algo poquito. Y 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ahí está. No sé si lo notan ustedes, pero solamente, just with these little moves, solamente con estos pasos, ya estoy sintiendo que mi cuerpo está trabajando, ¿ok? Ahora, lo otro que vamos a hacer, sí vamos a necesitar nuestra silla, la vamos a poner aquí al frente, yo lo voy a hacer todo para que me puedan ver. Nos vamos a parar atrás de nuestra silla. Esta sí va a estar un poquito, no difícil, but it's going to be challenging, okay? You're going to face forward. Again, legs separated to the width of your hips. Vamos a tener un brazo, vamos a empezar con el brazo izquierdo y la pierna derecha. Y lo vamos a estrechar. We can hold onto the chair if we'd like, and we're going to hold 15 seconds, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Muy bien, nos regresamos. Ahora vamos a hacer el otro lado. Este brazo, brazo derecho, right arm, left leg. And we're going to stretch back, arms straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We pull back. We're going to take a little break. We're going to drink some water. Look, I've got my water bottle here. It's important to stay hydrated. Es muy importante mantenernos hidratados para poder hacer todo el ejercicio. So, tomen tantita agua, porque le vamos a seguir con los que nos faltan. A ver. Vamos a ver. Ahora voy a mover la silla para poder hacer los ejercicios bien. Ahora vamos a levantar, lo voy a hacer de lado para que ustedes me puedan ver, pero lo pueden hacer viendo la cámara, no se preocupen. So this strength exercise helps you with your bottom, so your lower body. So this is going to help it become a little stronger. Este ejercicio nos va a ayudar para la parte baja de nuestro cuerpo, para que tengamos más fuerza en nuestras piernas al caminar. So we're going to stand behind a chair. Remember, eso es por seguridad. And we're slowly going to lift our leg back. We're not going to bend it, okay? We're gonna hold it for as much as we can, okay? And then we're gonna bring it back down and we're gonna do this 15 times. Okay, so nos vamos a poner los brazos aquí en la cintura. Vamos a intentar lo más que se pueda mantenernos derechitas. Y luego bajamos. Vamos a hacer esto 15 veces, ¿ok? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ok, la otra pierna. Voy a poner aquí porque no vaya a hacer la mano, sino voy a caer. Okay, this one I'm going to hold on to the chair so that you all can see me. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to stay straight, feet apart. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, el último, 15. Muy bien. Are you all feeling it? Because I'm definitely feeling it. Ahora vamos a hacer lo mismo, pero van a ser para un lado. So we're, again, feet standing apart. We're going to shift our weight to one leg. And le vamos a hacer así. Vamos a hacer esta 10 veces, ¿ok? Vamos a hacer una pierna y luego le vamos a hacer con la otra. And ready, set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Very good. We can move our chair over to our other side. We get into position. Nos vamos a poner en posición. Piernas separadas. Y 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 y 10. Última, muy bien. Ok, ahora vamos a hacer de mantenernos. Ahora sí necesitamos una silla o podemos tener algo en donde nos podamos apoyar. Vamos a nivelarnos así un poco. Vamos a doblar los brazos un poquito. We're going to lean forward slightly and you're going to hold it, okay? You're just going to hold it for 15 seconds. Ready, set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very good. Ustedes pueden hacerlo por más tiempo si gustan. Pueden hacerlo por 30 segundos. You all can do it for 30 seconds if you'd like. Right now, we're taking it a little short so that we can show you all of the exercises that we have. Okay? This is going to be our second class. We're going to separate our legs. we're going to march in place. Vamos a marchar en donde estamos, ¿ok? Vamos a hacer esto 20 veces. Vamos a hacer 1, 2, ¿ok? Empiecen conmigo. Ready, set, and 1.
Oh, I mean, I got
2,
them, but they
3,
fit.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, halfway there, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 5 más, 16, 17, 18, 19, one more, 20. There we go. Now, el último. Para relajarnos, nuestro balance también tiene mucho que ver con nuestros hombros. So lo que vamos a hacer es, we're gonna shoulder roll. Shoulder roll forward 10 times. Vamos a hacer esto 10 veces y 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, ahora hacia atrás, y 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, y 10. Y ya está. We're ready to go. These are balance exercises that can help you. You can do these. No los tienen que hacer todos. You don't have to do them all. But if you pick out some here and there, try to do them every morning or every evening. These will help with your balance. They'll help you when you're walking, when you're sitting. You'll avoid feeling more tired, your lower back or your legs feeling in some sort of pain. So highly recommend these. Pick 2 or 3 that you really like. Do some in the morning, do another 3 in the afternoon, and you should be really good and ready to go, okay? So thank you all. I'm going to be switching cameras. So Joanne, if you want to help me again with the transition.
Sure.
So I'm going to remove my spotlight.
Thank you, Miss Angie. Thank you all for participating. So we already talked about stretching, the importance of stretching. We talked about flexibility. Now we're talking about balance. We talked about strength, and we're talking about cardio. So there's 4 different types of exercises that we need to incorporate to continue to live healthy and move a little well without getting injured. So I'm hoping you're enjoying these programs. We're having another next week. What do we have? Next week, we have a flexibility. We're going to be, Miss Karina's going to give us a class on flexibility. So it's going to be our lower back and core. I believe if you can bring a towel or a mat, so that way we might be on the floor to work on our flexibility. So just tomorrow, not tomorrow, the other week, the otra semana, si pueden traer un toalla o un yoga mat, vamos a hablar de flexibility. So please incorporate all these exercises. Next week, we'll talk about different type of moves and how much to work on strength, how much to do in cardio, how many hours. So that way you get to know that information. Thank you all for participating. We greatly appreciate you. We're going to be sending, remember your handouts are in our website. So if you want to use that weekly menu, you can download it, or if you want to use your own, you can use it. So los páginas, los fotos están in the website. Dinner tonight, Miss Angie will be doing a salmon at 2 p.m. Hoy a las 2 en la tarde, Miss Angie va a enseñar cómo hacer un pescado de salmon. Muy delicioso, very delicious. And if you all are going to be participating in this, or you try our recipes, please post it. It makes us feel happy. And then we get to also report it to our bosses, saying, you know what, they are enjoying it, they're doing it. So can't wait to see the salmon recipe. Yes. And
it's going to be super tasty. I promise you all. Ya he hecho esta receta antes. I've already done this before, and it is delicious. So please, if you are on our Facebook group, please log on. The video will be available, so you can look at it even this afternoon. And for those that do not have Facebook, no worries. We'll post them on our website. We'll send everybody an email so that you all can know that those videos are up either on the Hidalgo website and the Webb County website.
Yes.
So thank you all so much.
Hold on, Miss Angie, and tell them the good prize that they get a prize if they watch all the videos. You want to tell them about that?
Oh, yes. So, para los que vean todos nuestros videos, el viernes va a ser el último día de las demostraciones. Friday will be the last day. And we are going to have a prize for those that watched all of our videos. There's going to be a quick survey that we're going to share with you all. If you submit that survey, you will get a full kit. And let me see if I can share my screen with you all so that I can show you exactly what is in that kit. Y esto va a ser, si ustedes ven todos los videos de las recetas de esta semana, vamos a mandar una encuesta el viernes para que nos digan sí los vimos todos. Y lo que va a pasar es de que les vamos a mandar un premio, un kit de cocina para que ustedes lo puedan disfrutar con nosotros. And let me see if I can share my screen so that so aquí como pueden ver es nuestra página de Facebook. Can you see it already?
Not yet.
Oh, oops. Let me see. Why isn't it not? How about now?
It's waiting for it. There we go.
Okay, so let me see. Let me look for this post over here. It's loading. I really wanted to show it to you all. It
has a bag. It has what else does it have?
Tiene un poquito de todo. And you know what? I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna show you all because I have it right here. So can everybody see me?
See.
I already turned on my camera. Yes.
Sí.
Let me bring the kit so that you all can see it.
She's too cute.
So you all will be receiving a big old box with lunchbox.
Ooh.
The lunchbox has meal kits for you all so that you can put your food para cuando se los lleven al trabajo. We've got some oven mitts.
Ooh.
We have an apron.
Wow.
We have a soup cup that is microwavable so that you can use this when you go to work.
Yeah.
Measuring cups and measuring spoons.
Oh boy.
I know.
We're not done yet. Wow. And we're not done. Keep on going.
Yeah, a little kid's cup.
Wow.
And a my plate so that you can be able to follow what we teach you all. You have your measuring spoon, food thermometer, fridge thermometer,
oh
veggie
man,
peeler and brush. We've got some tongs.
Wow.
And we've got a set of cutting boards.
Nice.
And these are flexible cutting boards. So whenever you're chopping food, it's a lot easier to you chop everything up, you close it up, and then you dip it onto your pan. And then we've got a kids portion plate.
Cute.
So a whole lot of goodies.
And the survey is not that long. Let me tell you, it is worth to complete that survey.
Sí.
1 minute of your time.
Please make sure to view everything, view all of our videos and be on the lookout. You're also going to receive the cookbook.
Oh my
The
goodness.
cookbook that we're using. También lo van a recibir, okay? So you're going to receive this with everything else that I just showed you. So I really, really hope that please, follow our videos. And I'm so glad I see some comments that you all already saw several of them. So you complete the survey and you're going to get one of these boxes, okay? So eso va a ser para todos los que terminen la encuesta, van a recibir esto. Así que se los agradecemos bastante y esperamos verlos hoy a las 2 de la tarde, okay? Mustard crusted salmon. It is so good. I'm so glad that we're making it here because I'm going to eat it.
Yes, I'm jealous.
I'm going to eat it when we're here. Karina and I are going to share. So thank you all for joining us this week. And that's all that I have. So Joanne, if we're ready to close up the class, Karina, if there's anything else that we need to share. If
No,
not,
thank
all
you.
so much for joining us.
Thank you. We'll see you throughout the week in Facebook and next Wednesday, same link.
Yes.